Okay then guys, so the first thing I want to do with this pup is get it in a position where he's happy with his crate. Now, I'm going to have to sometimes just pop him in the crate and let him get on with it. However, there's things I can do to help him through. So all I'm going to do now is start to build a happy association with the crate by throwing some treats in and then calling him back out for some treats and sending him back in again. The more repetitions that I can get of him crossing the threshold of the crate, the better he's going to be at this exercise. This is going to be something that we're going to need for the next 6 to 12 months of his life. So the quicker I can get him happy to go in there without having to chase him around and catch him, the better it's going to be. So as soon as he's eaten these few treats, I'm going to bring him back out and let him eat a couple out of my hand. Most people don't think about this, but in order to get a puppy to take treats and to be able to use treats in training, you actually have to teach them how to be able to take treats off you, because most puppies haven't done that when they come from their breeders. If you hold your hand flat and just pin the food in between your thumb and your palm, it makes it easy for the puppy to get the food and find it. All we're doing here is building a happy association between going into the crate, crossing that threshold, and then coming out to me, which is really important because what I want is a puppy that wants to be with me. So rather cleverly, without the puppy realising, we're actually already starting to build a level of attention so that the puppy wants to be with me and finds me a good thing. Just ignoring any jumping up or anything like that he does at the moment, because we can deal with that later on down the line. Puppies do jump up, but they're going to do it more if you give them a fuss. If you don't fuss them when they do it, sooner or later they're going to realise they get nothing for doing it and they're going to stop. I'm deliberately not using any commands at the moment because what I want is for Reggie just to think that this is a fun game and it's not something that he's having to do because he's asked to. As we move forwards over the next couple of days, I'm going to start adding commands in, but not in a way that I expect him to listen to them, just by associating the words with the things that he's doing. If every time he crosses a threshold to go into the crate, I add the command that I'm going to use eventually for go to bed, then he will start to associate that with going to bed. Exactly the same happens with toilet training. If as your puppy relieves itself, you say the word that you want, I use be quick or toilet, then what will happen very quickly, the dog will associate the word with the behaviour, and then you'll have the puppy going to the toilet on command as well. This might seem like quite a boring thing to do with a puppy when you could be teaching it to play, or you could be giving it a fuss and a cuddle, or you could be teaching it to recall, or sit, or wait. But this is the most important one. If you haven't got a puppy that you can leave on its own and it will go to bed easily when you ask it to, then life's going to be difficult. All I'm using here is Reggie's tea. So this is his evening meal, and I'm just using it to reinforce the things that I want. If you're not using food for training, then you're wasting a valuable tool by just giving your dog its dinner. Find a way to incorporate its dinner into training so that you can get the dog doing the things you want it to. And start building the right habits, because if you're not building the right habits, then your puppy's going to be learning the wrong habits. It's going to be learning the wrong habits really quickly. I'm going to do this a couple of times today, and then tomorrow we're going to move it on to a different level. One of the most important things to do in the early stages of raising a puppy is to teach the puppy how to learn. It's not something that dogs just do naturally. Well, they do in their own environments, in their own way. But I want the dog to start working out that I'm a good thing to interact with and start learning my language. If the puppy starts to work out that when it does things with me, good things happen, it's going to do them more often. And that's all I'm doing here. Now I'm coming to the end of the treat, so what I'm going to do, give him one for coming out, throw two back in, and when he goes in, I'm just going to close the door quietly behind him, and then leave him to it for a little bit.